Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all in this session. This is part 2 for chapter number 5. We are dealing with morphology of flowering plants. Today we are going to start with another topic, that is stem. What are the features that distinguish a stem from root? The question is asked here. So in last session we have learned about the description regarding roots. So we better understand the stem is the ascending part of axis which bears so many things like branches, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, etc. And actually it develops from plumule of embryo of germinating seed. When you will study the structure of seed, the term will be clear to you. What is the meaning of plumule? What is the meaning of radicle? Actually from radicle, root system develops, and from plumule, shoot system it develops. Then additionally, the stem actually bears nodes and internodes. In last session I have shown you the diagram. The region of stem where leaves are born, they are actually nodes, while the internodes are the portions between the two adjacent or nearby nodes. Actually the stem bears buds which may be terminal or may be axillary. If the buds they are present at the top, they are known as terminal buds, and if they are present at the lateral side, they are known as axillary buds. All of the terms they are shown in the diagram in previous session. Stem is generally green when young, and later on it becomes woody or dark brown. The main function of stem, that is spreading out branches, bearing leaves, flowers, fruits, all these parts, and specially it conducts water and minerals which is absorbed by roots, and it carry forward all these necessary things to different part of the plants, as well as it is helpful in photosynthesis because the leaves they are present on the stem. Some of the stems they perform the spatial functions which we will deal with modification of stem in this topic. So here I have shown you how to write down about the stem, its main points like about nodes, internodes, their definitions, about buds, and the function of stem. Okay, let us start with this topic, modification of stem. Modification, the meaning we have understood earlier, the special function other than the normal function when it is followed, when it is applied, then it is known as modification. Like some of the stem they are modified to perform different functions like storing the food, or they are acting as the supportive function for photosynthesis, etc. So with examples we are learning this topic now. Modification for food storage we are doing first. So underground stems like potato, ginger, turmeric, jameen kand, colocasia, they are modified to store food in them. एक्चुअली हिंदी में या गुजराती में आपको मीनिंग मालूम होगा इसका. पोटैटो हमको मालूम है, आलू, देन अदरक, हल्दी, देन एनी ऑफ द अरवी or suran. So all these things they actually store food in their stem portion. Then they also act as organ of penetration to tide over conditions unfavorable for growth, जिसको हम बोलते हैं vegetative propagation. Generally in this season you will see that many of the potato they bear eyes. आपने देखा होगा उसमें से बर्ड्स निकलनी शुरू होती हैं और वो ग्रो करना शुरू कर देते हैं. So this is just to hide the unfavorable condition they grow. Another modification is regarding climbing. Certain stem tendrils, tendril is the soft and very tender part which climbs whenever it gets support, because the stem is not very strong, it is weak. That's why the tendrils are developed, and whenever they get the support they grow by taking this support. So some stem tendrils, they develop from axillary buds, and they are very slender. Actually they are spirally coiled structure and help the plant to climb, such as in different type of gourds, जिसको हम बोलते हैं जैसे आल दूधी होती है, देन कुकुम्बर और pumpkins, watermelons या grape vines. So in them these type of climbing structures they are seen, which are known as stem tendrils. Another modification is for defense, जिसको हम बोलते हैं protection के लिए. So some of the axillary buds of stem, they get modified into woody structure. एकदम hard wood like structure are developed. They are straight and even they are pointed. That's why they are known as thorns. ये special word है. जब modification होता है for protection in stem portion, it is known as thorns. So thorns are found in many plants like citrus, जिसको हम बोलते हैं lemon, नींबू का जो shrub होता है. Then bougainvillea, it is a ornamental plant, and they protect the plants from browsing the animals. Other modification is regarding photosynthesis. Some of the plants actually they are found in arid region, means desert में मिलते हैं, and they are modified stem that is flattened structure, जो हम जनरली ओपानशिया में देखते हैं, जिसको हम थोर बोलते हैं. They are actually, these structures are actually fleshy, cylindrical in euphorbia. So there are two examples of arid plants, Opuntia and euphorbia. Actually they contain chlorophyll and they carry out photosynthesis. So stem is modified for photosynthesis. इसके लिए एक स्पेशल टर्म यूज़ किया जाता है जो आपकी बुक में नहीं दिया है, बट फॉर इन्फॉर्मेशन आई एम टेलिंग यू इट. दिस modified stem, modification for photosynthesis, that stem is known as phylloclade. Another modification is for vegetative propagation. अभी मैंने आपको कुछ examples दिए थे like potato, ginger और ज़मीनकंद, colocasia. So they are also included for modification for vegetative propagation, but some other examples are also discussed over here. Actually some underground stems of plants like grass and strawberry etc., they spread to new niche, means new areas, and when older parts die the new plants are formed. Similarly few examples, more examples are in plants like mint and jasmine. A slender lateral branch arises from the base of the main axis, and after growing aerially for some time it arcs down to touch the ground. So it makes an arc. A lateral branch with short internodes and each node bearing a rosette of leaves and tufts of roots is found in aquatic plant like Piscia and Eichhornia. So they are also showing vegetative propagation. ये पिक्चर मैं आपको नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में बताने वाली हूँ. Then few examples are more examples like in banana, pineapple and chrysanthemum. The lateral branches originate from the basal and underground portion of the main stem, which grows horizontally just beneath the soil and then come out obliquely upward, which give rise to a leafy shoot. So in this way they grow by their lateral branches and they show vegetative propagation. So in these pictures modification for stem they are shown. A diagram is for storage. Here you can see potato, colocasia and ginger that is shown. Then B diagram is for support. Here stem modified into tendrils. So any of the gourd that is shown, the plant related to gourd. Then C diagram is for protection. You can see the stem is modified into spine. So actually it should be thorn here. The word thorn should be used. Then D diagram, spread and vegetative propagation. Here the roots arising from nodes you can see. So that is creating a new plant. A new plant it arises. It is for vegetative propagation. Now I will show you some of the other diagrams and with full label. These are important to draw in your classwork so that the concept must be clear in your mind. Now how to write, I have shown you here. Modification for food storage, the description, the diagrams, then modification for climbing, then modification for defense, modification for photosynthesis, modification for vegetative propagation. So in this way the examples are very important to remember, and which type of modification that is seen, that is also important for photosynthesis or support or food storage, which one, then even which part of the stem that is modified. So three things they are important. So it is very important topic to remember, and even not easy to remember, but you have to revise properly. Now these are some more informations. I have shown you the other diagrams. First is for Opuntia, the thorns they are observed. Then Muhlenbeckia, I have told you the stem here, it is modified for photosynthesis. In both Opuntia and Muhlenbeckia, both are arid plants. They are found in deserts. Other information is regarding runners. Here Marsilia, then offsets, as well as the strawberry plant. It is showing the vegetative propagation. So how they are developed, you can see with the help of diagram. Okay, now we are starting with next topic regarding leaf. Leaf is a very important part of plant because photosynthesis, which is essential for food as well as for energy, that is required, and it is done in leaf because they bear green colored pigment known as chlorophyll, and with the help of sunlight and many other things like water, carbon dioxide and other minerals, the photosynthesis is done. So leaf is an important part. This is the main function. Now the leaf is actually a lateral, generally flattened structure which is borne on stem. The shape, size, number, it may differ from plant to plant. Actually the leaf, it develops at the node and bears a bud in its axil. The axillary bud develops into branches. Leaves originate from the shoot apical meristem, and they are arranged in an acropetal order. That means the older leaves, they are at the bottom side, and the younger leaves, they are on the upper end. They are the most important vegetative organs for photosynthesis, as I have told you. Now let us see the main parts of leaf. Leaf actually comprises of three parts. First is leaf base, second is petiole, and last is leaf lamina. The leaf is attached to the stem by leaf base, and it may bear two lateral small leaf like structures also. They are not compulsory in all the leaves, but when they present, they are known as stipules. In monocotyledons, the leaf base expands into a sheath or covering the stem partially or sometimes wholly. The best example is the corn in maize plant. Then even in some other plants like leguminous plants, the leaf base may become swollen, which is called pulvinous. So these are the special examples you have to remember. Then the petiole help to hold the blade to light, and long thin flexible petiole allow leaf blades to flutter in the wind, thereby cooling the leaf and bringing fresh air to the leaf surface. This is the main function of petiole. Sometimes petiole may be absent also in the leaf. Third portion is leaf lamina, which is very important portion, and it is also known as leaf blade, and it is green expanded part of the leaf with veins and veinlets. There is usually a middle prominent vein which is known as midrib. The veins provide rigidity to the leaf blade and act as a channel of transport for the water, minerals as well as food materials. This is the main function. The shape, margin, apex, surface and extent of incision of lamina varies in different leaves, as I have told you. So in this way, today we have learned the structure of leaf. This diagram is important to draw, which I have shown you in the slide. Then how to write point wise, that is also shown here. So you can write point wise and you can remember easily. So in this way, today we are ending our session here. Do write all the things in time. In all the lectures, in all the sessions, the thing which is displayed in the slide, that is important to note down. That is also a part of your homework. Additionally, sometimes I will give you the questions to write. That is also important, and even the exercise questions, they are also important to write. So in this way, now it should be clear in your mind. Okay, so take care. Bye bye students.